Hi, so I wanted to talk about how Splunk can be used for sentiment analysis. This is just one example that was written by one of our kind of um, great Splunk minds, David Carasso. This is the sentiment analysis app. It's one of the free apps that you can download and integrate with Splunk. The way it works very reductively is this. You download the app, you install it in your Splunk instance, and we can talk through how that works at some point. But the core concept is that for, say, a given set of data, in this case, they have a couple kinds. They have this is the sentiment analysis app. This is the training data. They have internet IMDb data. This is like movie review data and Twitter data. We're going to look at the IMDb data today. And to get the app set up and working with the IMDb data, you create two folders, a test folder and a train folder. The training folder can create subfolders that have, like in this case, a numeric ranking. You could have subfolders with keywords, whatever you want, right? And you'll see how that outputs in Splunk in a minute. But in this case, these were numeric rankings, and in each folder, a few samples of reviews that match that number. So this is one. So these are bad reviews, right? So a folder with 9 or 10 bad reviews, that's the one. And then 10 is like a folder of good reviews, right? And then reviews for in between. Again, this is just an example. You could have folders with keywords or whatever, right? But just sample data. And then to show you how it works, I created, I just pulled out some reviews of movies. I found a really poorly rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes called Sinister 2, and I created some events in Splunk that this is the movie title and this is the review, right? And people are just butchering this movie. They really hated it, right? And then I extracted reviews, a few reviews of a really popular movie, Toy Story. And so that's just the raw data. You can do sentiment is the function, right? And IMDb is the data set that we're pulling from, right? And in this case, we're going to look at the review field. So it doesn't look too interesting yet. It still looks exactly the same, except what you'll notice now is that in addition to the field that it's extracted, the date, the movie title, and the review, that it's added a field called sentiment, right? And it's given this particular review a 1 because it seems, based on sentiment analysis, based on the function, it seems to be matching reviews in this one folder. Right. So this is useful because then you can do things like stats, average, sentiment by movie title. And then you have Sinister 2 got an average poor review of 1, right? So apparently, and again, I randomly selected the reviews. They don't match the reviews that are in this folder at all. I just pulled out some reviews that I found. But they did seem to match, and that, but the app did recognize that those reviews were matching at some level the reviews in the negative reviews folder. So it got an average sentiment of 1. And Toy Story, which is generally positively reviewed, got an average sentiment of 7. So that is sentiment analysis at its core and how Splunk does it.